Hello everyone. I hope that everyone is having a great day as we are here for more MBCL action as we have the Monarchs taking on the Flowers. And both of these teams coming off very interesting games as the Flowers were able to take down the Monsters and the Monarchs suffering a very late loss against the Wild. So both of these teams are hungry for week 2, and we'll see how well the teams perform. So making sure that I have all of the audio correct, as Daisy will deliver for a strike. And now Peach is going to hit a long fly ball to right field, and it's just barely foul. Instead, it's a diving play and a double play from Blooper. That's got to be a heartbreaking start for the Monarchs, but that is a great start for the Flowers, as the Flowers will get 3 outs here in lovely Mario Stadium, as now the Flowers will come up to bat at the bottom of the first. And Purple Toad is going to get everything started with a very long single. Daisy will let that one go for a strike. That time she's going to swing but miss. So an early 0-2 count. This time Daisy's going to slap it to center field, and it's caught by Pink Yoshi. Very surprisingly for both of these teams, both teams have a Yoshi in center field, and very notably, both have played very well in their first games. As Birdo is going to hit another deep hit into the gap, and that will send Purple Toad to third. And now, as the game says, an RBI chance for the dangerous Boomerang Bro, who hit 2 home runs against the Monsters. That one will go by for a ball. And now a slap hit to right field, and it's just barely foul in the same place that Peach hit it. So now the 1-2 count, and he's gonna let it go for strike 3. And Peach will record the Monarchs' first strikeout of the season. That's gonna be a slap hit caught by Wiggler and thrown out at first. And the Monarchs able to get out of that inning, having given up no runs. But that was very, very close, as they were probably counting their blessings that they were able to strike out Boomerang Bro and get out of that jam. And already another catch by Blooper there. Blooper at second base has surprisingly been doing very, very well for the Flowers. And now, almost a trick shot type of a play, as the shortstop Rachel couldn't bring it in, but Yoshi in center field was right there to grab it. And now the star pitch will cause a pop out. And now Blooper almost dropping it. That would have been a very interesting play. Daisy's gonna star pitch again. Funky Kong falls for it, and that'll be a pop out to the shortstop. And just like that, almost a 1-2-3 inning. But again, no runs scored for the Monarchs, as the Flowers will get their next opportunity. Slap hit will get caught by Wiggler at second base. Seems that a lot of these batters seem to be kind of drawn toward hitting at second base. And that time, Wiggler can't bring it in. As soon as I said it, Toadette hit it towards second base, but Wiggler wasn't able to bring it in. So Toadette will be on first base. That is going to be a base hit down the left field line. Toadette is going to try for third, and she slides in safe. And we have another RBI situation, as this time the standout center fielder, light blue Yoshi, or cyan Yoshi, whichever one you want to call him, is now up to bat. And now that's going to be a ground ball past the third baseman. And the Flowers will strike first, and cyan Yoshi strikes with a great hit getting past the third baseman. And the Flowers are up 1-0. That's going to be a hit down the right field line this time. And now Daisy on the way home, and she's going to score. So another hit, this time down the right field line, will result in Baby Daisy scoring, and the Flowers will take a 2-0 lead. Daisy's going to charge, and that is a hit to deep center field. And it's going to be caught, but that will be a sacrifice fly as cyan Yoshi will score from third. No less with the help of the item. So the Flowers will take a 3-0 lead. They finally have the breakout inning they needed. As it looked like in the first inning, these two teams were deadlocked. Instead, now the Flowers have a 3-0 lead. And that's going to be a shot from Birdo to deep right field. Can the fielders get there? And they won't! It's a 2-run home run for Birdo. She had 2 home runs in her awesome game against the Monsters, and she's got another one here. The fielders were just not able to get there in time. And the score is now 5-0, as now the Monarchs are going to do a pitching change as Yoshi will come in to pitch to try and get them out of this inning. And now hit, and that time it's caught by the right fielder, and that will finally get the Monarchs out of that horrendous inning, as now the Flowers have a 5-0 lead. I see the support for Birdo in the chat. And who knows? It is very early in the season, but Birdo has certainly entered either offensive player or MVP conversation. As that time, another person who might be in the awards later in this year, Cyan Yoshi, might get Defensive Player of the Year. As now Baby Peach is going to hit it, and it's going to be fair. It's only going to result in a single. That will bring up Yoshi. It's going to be a ground ball to Blooper. And that's a double play. And just like that, the Flowers shut down the Monarchs. And it's 5-0 still. Monarchs are now able to answer. Now a ground ball, and it's going to get through. Wiggler has had some great moments at second base, but he's also had some questionable moments where he probably should have gotten some ground balls, but they just slipped by. So that will mean Blooper will be on first base. Again, but the ball's going to get past Wiggler, and that's runners on first and second now. Now Toadette is going to hit it toward left center field, and it's going to get down. Oh, but now the buddy throw. Close play. And Blooper is going to be safe. That is a thing with this game, is that there is a close play. Most of the time, it is just randomized chance. Now a diving play, throwing it to home, another close play, and it's safe again. They tried to get the runner at home, but it's not going to work. And the Flowers will take a 7-0 lead. I don't know what is happening. I don't know how anyone could have predicted this, but it seems that the Flowers had become the powerhouse of the league. That was certainly not my prediction. And I'm also shocked to see this from the Monarchs because in week 1, it took all the way down to the last out for the Mark Wilds, a team who is definitely favored in this season. It took them to the last inning to try and beat the Monarchs. So, I don't know. I think the Monarchs just may not be having a great game today. Now, Daisy's going to hit another one up the middle, and that will load the bases again. Now, Birdo. And that's going to be a hit toward right field, and it's going to get past the right fielder. And now the buddy toss. 1 run will score. And now Purple Toad is caught in a rundown. And Purple Toad will be tagged out. And now the Monarchs are going to bring in another pitcher, and it's going to be Baby Peach. Now we have 1 out, and the score is 10-0. Boomerang Bro with a slap toward left field, and it's gone. A 3-run shot from Boomerang Bro will make the lead 13-0. This is unprecedented, folks. And no, and the GM of the Monarchs is asking me if there is a mercy rule. No, there is not. Because I will be honest, I did not think that this was possible to get this amount of scoring. But I guess hindsight is 20/20. That'll get through for another base hit, as how that means that with Blooper getting on first, they've hit for the cycle. And the GM of the Flower in chat right now as well, talking about how the Flowers are stacked. At this point, I am inclined to agree, as Baby Peach will get the diving play to get the second out. And now a hit up the middle, and it's going to barely roll through. So now runners at the corners. I will say, going into the season, it was a question of we didn't know which teams were going to be good, as another base hit, as 1 run will score. Toadette is on the way in, and Toadette will score 15-0. As now Cyan Yoshi will be up. And like I said, there wasn't really any sort of expectations. Finally, Blue Drybones will get the 3rd out. There wasn't any sort of expectations as to what teams were going to be at the top and what teams were going to be at the bottom. But this is certainly not what I was expecting. I was not expecting to see quite a blowout like this in this game. And like I said before, if you looked at week 1, I don't think you would be able to predict this, because Mark and Angel went neck and neck all the way down to the wire, and the Monarchs only lost by 1 run. So for me, I think that this just speaks to how good the Rachel Flowers are, more than just that. And now that's going to be an error. The item comes in clutch. So Blue Pianta will get to second base. That is the first time that I have ever seen that before. So another star pitch. They will call the infield fly rule, as the ball will fall, but it doesn't matter. Now a ground ball. Blooper's got it at second base. Out at second, and they call a double play, a close play. But the umpire says a double play, and the Flowers will shut out the Monarchs again. And heading into the bottom of the 4th, this might be the biggest game, the biggest run differential that we've ever seen. And now that's going to be a long shot, almost a home run from Daisy. I apologize. And that's going to be in the gap. And now they're going to send Toad home, and Toad is going to make it 16-0. And you know that the GM, Rachel of the Flowers, is very happy right now that their team is playing this well. Berta, who is already 2 for 2 and having a great game, and she's going to continue that day with another base hit directly in the gap, and that will make it 17-0. At this point, we're not sure how many runs they could possibly score. This is brand new territory as me commentating and the commissioner. And now the double play from Funky Kong. And that is what you want to see from the Monarchs. At least show a little bit of a spark. I was going to say, me being commentator and the commissioner, I have never seen a game quite like this, as Baby Peach will end the inning. 2 runs scored, making it 17-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. I was about to say that was a great hit by Funky Kong. Instead, it turns into a double play. Because we have the GM of the Monarchs saying that she thinks the computer is biased. I can confidently say that it's not. And I don't know if I wanted to make it biased. I don't know how I would do that. As now finally Daisy will get tired and they will bring in Birdo to pitch in her stead. Ground ball and blooper save. Not able to get it. The item again coming in clutch. And Yoshi's gonna hit a long fly ball to left field. Now it's going to be a hit up the middle, and it's going to get down. And the bases are loaded. For Blue Pianta, you would love to see Blue Pianta take it out of the park. Birdo will star pitch, and that's going to result in a strike. And that's going to be a hit, and that's going to get down in the gap. And it's going to go to the wall. 1 run scores. And that will be 2 for the Monarchs. And the Monarchs will get out of the shutout as 2 runs come in to score, making it a very lopsided 7-2. But if you're the Monarchs, you just want to see any sort of spark. And now Peach is going to have another hit, and it's going to score another run, make it 17-3. And the Monarchs seeming to have somewhat of a 2-out rally going right here. See if they can keep it going. And now the Angel Mia is going to take it to center field, and it's a bobble! It's bobbled! 1 run will score, and they're going to hold Peach at third. A very bizarre play, but it will result in a run scored. That's going to be a short pop fly from Pink Yoshi, and another run will score. So how about this? The Monarchs have their own rally going now, as now that is 5 runs scored here in the top of the 5th. And that's going to be another slap hit. That time it's going to be in the gap. Angel is around third, heading home, and another scored run. And that will make it 17-6. We talked about it earlier. The spark factor. And finally, the Monarchs found it. And now, again, you would love to see a power hitter like Funky Kong take it out of the park and say he's going to slap it. But it's a diving catch from Rachel at shortstop. A great play by the shortstop to end the inning as an impressive 6 runs are scored for the Monarchs. They still have 2 more opportunities to go at bat, but they need to make sure that the Flowers don't score anything in return. And that is not a promising start, as Rachel, coming off the diving play to end the inning, will start the inning with a line drive double. Now a ground ball. They're going to throw it to third. Close play. And Rachel is safe at third. Now that will bring up Baby Daisy with runners at the corners. Ground ball caught by Baby Peach and the double play. Baby Peach at second will get the double play. So that will mean 2 outs and now a runner left on third for Cyan Yoshi. And a pop up to center field, and it's going to get down. And Rachel will score their 18th run. Make it 18-6. Purple Toad will single one up the middle. And I agree with the chat, as the GM of the Monarchs is saying that Rachel character is playing well. That Rachel character certainly is playing well. As they say, it gets down for a base hit, and that will lead the bases loaded for Birdo. And that's going to be a hit, and that's going to get past the right fielder off the wall. 1-1 will score. Purple Toad will score, and that will make it 20-6. And now the Monarchs will bring in their 5th pitcher in Blue Pianta. And now here comes Boomerang Bro. Ground ball to Baby Peach, and that will end the half inning. The GM of the Flowers saying that the Orange Me needs a makeover before we can call her Rachel. As being commissioner and the one who made the Me's, I would say that she is relatively close. Now a fly ball, and it's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to be another bouncing hit to the exact same place. And Birdo will get tired. They're not going to bring her out just yet, though. It's going to be another short hop field by Daisy, so that means bases are loaded again for Blue Pianta. Now slap hit, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And Blue Dry Bones will score, make it 20-7. And maybe we got another Monarch rally going here. So now before Peach comes up to bat, they will replace Birdo, and this time it's going to be Baby Daisy who will come in to pitch. And a swing and the miss for Peach. And now that's going to be a hit to deep right field. And it looks like it's going to be caught by Birdo, but that will be a sacrifice fly as Baby Peach will score and Yoshi will move to third. That will make it 20-8. And that's going to be caught and a double play. And Rachel as shortstop, once again making a great play. as the score is 20-8, and this will be the Flowers' last chance to try and stat pad in this crazy game. And then Blooper is just going to hit it past the center fielder, and he's going to get a double of his own. And now Rachel is up to bat. She's been doing well in the field, but can she continue hitting well as well? It's going to be a pop fly, and now it's going to be caught. Or no, they say it's fair. My apologies. I thought it was going to be an out. Instead, it's going to hit the ground. And now it's runners at the corners. And now it's going to be a diving catch from Baby Peach. And a double play. So now the Flowers with 2 outs and a runner on third. Now a ground ball caught by Blue Dry Bones. And that will be the 3rd out. As we head to the top of the 7th, as this is the Monarchs' last chance to get any more runs or mount a comeback. A fly ball, and it's caught by Birdo in right field, and that's the 1st out. That time it's not going to be caught, as Wiggler will get a single into left field. Now Funky Kong is going to slap it. It's going to get down in the gap. And that is going to send Wiggler. I thought he was going to go to third. Instead, he goes back to second. So that will leave the runners at first and second for Blue Dry Bones. And he's going to hit one to left field, and it's just foul off of the wall. And now this time, it's going to get down for a base hit, and that will load the bases for the Monarchs. That loads the bases for Baby Peach if she can get a good hit here. Maybe 1 run or a couple runs could score. Now a slap hit, it's up in the air, it's caught! But everyone gets back in time. Almost a double play to end the game. Instead, 2 outs, bases loaded for Yoshi. Yoshi's gonna slap hit, and that is the ball game. Rachel at shortstop will end it, as the Rachel Flowers will take an utter domination over the Monarchs 20-8. I have personally never experienced a game quite like this, and I think that this solidifies that the Flowers are going to be at the top of the order for the league, and we'll see who the MVP is, and who else but Birdo, a possible MVP and Offensive Player of the Year candidate, more than likely got her MVP honors for this game from her batting. We'll switch over the teams, and yes, for her batting and her proficiency with the items as well. It was a good game from both sides, and Monarchs still did score 8 runs. And like I said before, that would have tied the game last week against the Mark Wilds. So I think that this just shows how dangerous the Flowers are and how dynamic they can be, especially looking at the box score. You can see in the bottom of the 3rd scoring 10 runs. The Flowers right now are the team to beat. The GM of the Flowers is asking me, Commissioner, did I earn a makeover for that performance? I guess so, yes. But you're going to have to let me know what you want. You're going to have to let me know what you want your me to look like. Because I think that looks pretty close. But I am going to go ahead and switch over the screen as I get set up for the next game. And if you guys want to stick around, if you guys want to watch more games, the next game up is the Mark Wilds taking on the Nate Knights. And this is going to be very interesting. The Nate Knights getting shut out by the Fireballs, and the Wilds barely squeaking it out over the Monarchs. So it's going to be a very interesting game, and they are headed to Daisy Cruiser as well. So we are expecting a lot of long home runs and a lot of good action. This is your commissioner and commentator, Gamehawk or Zach. I hope you guys stick around for the next game, and we will be right back with more MBCL action. Hello, hello, welcome one and all to more MBCL action as we have the Mark Wilds taking on the Nate Knights. This is going to be a very intriguing matchup because the Wilds 1-0 after their last match against the Monarchs where they won 8-7 in the last inning. But then you have the Nate Knights who, coming into this, looked good in preseason, but they fell short and they got shut out by the Snookie Fireballs. So this is going to be a very intriguing match to see where these two teams stand, whether the Nate Knights will bounce back or will the Mark Wilds continue their dominance. And as you can see, we are here in nighttime nighttime Daisy Cruiser for this matchup. We'll see, as we said before, as you guys have noticed, and that's a great catch by King Boo at first. That will end the inning. And you guys, if you guys have watched the video, the recent game against the Flowers and Monsters matchup, then you know that Daisy Cruiser is a place for home runs. The short left to right field can lead to a lot of home runs. And we'll see if the teams take note of that and utilize that today. And Diddy Kong is going to get a base hit up the middle over Green Toad. Now already someone on first for the Wilds. It's going to be a hit toward left field. Instead, it's caught by Green Koopa. And I do want to take this time to say I really appreciate all of the love and support from everyone watching from all across the U.S. And I can say that because I know where some of the people watching are from. But from all across the U.S., and I hope that you guys are enjoying the Mario Baseball. And I've had a lot of fun getting to set up the teams, and I can't wait to see where this season is going to lead. You saw Donkey Kong got a single, and that will bring up King Boo for an RBI chance. We have returned. Just making sure that everything is set up and working. There's now a runner on first. We're here in the top of the second. Trying to pick off Green Toad, not going to work. Time's going to be ball one. And now it's going to be a diving catch from Monty Mole. That surely would have been a base hit. But Monty Mole with the denial, and that will lead us to the bottom of the second. Still 0-0. But if you guys were here earlier in the stream, you guys know that the early game can be deceiving because we just witnessed the Rachel Flowers take down the Monarchs 20-8. And the highest score differential that we'll probably see in this entire season. So the early game might be 0-0. It's going to take until we get later in the game to see where the teams will lead us. And now it's going to be grabbed. Shy Guy to second, and then to first, and the double play. A great play by Shy Guy, who even in the first game, despite the Knights being shut out, Shy Guy played very well, and that's going to be a long fly ball, and it's caught by Nate in right field. And that will end the second inning, as we are all tied up 0-0 as we head into the third. Ground ball at the middle. Monty Mole can't grab it, and that will lead to a single. From where or how these two teams have played, I would not be shocked if this became a defensive battle. But I do think it's going to come down to who is going to be the power hitter on both teams, because I think all it takes is one good hit, and it can go out of the park here. And Daisy Cruiser is now, that's 1 out, and that's 2. Boov being the pitcher, coming over and covering first base, a great play. And that will bring up Luigi with a runner on third with an RBI chance. The 1-1 count. Now we'll go pass for a ball, so now 2-1. Luigi's gonna swing, and it's got by Baby DK, and that'll be the third out. A great play by Baby DK at third base. And another scoreless half inning here, as now we head to the bottom of the third, and the Mark Wilds are gonna look to try and break the deadlock. Great diving play there by Toad. Again, that would have been a base hit, but just like Monty Mole, Green Toad denied him. And speaking of Monty Mole, that is who is up to bat now. Now ground ball got by Shy Guy, and that will be an easy ground out. Bring up Diddy Kong with 2 outs, and Shy Guy not able to get there, so Diddy Kong will have a single up the middle, and that will bring up Baby DK. Now ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through. That will advance the runners, and now we have runners on first and second, and that brings up the power hitter, Donkey Kong. The Knights won't change pitchers quite yet. Now Donkey Kong working with a 1-1 count. Lets that one go. Now it's 2-1. Now, Donkey Kong in trouble, the 2-2 count. This time he's gonna swing, and it's gonna be a hit to center field. And now Diddy Kong's gonna try for home, and he's thrown out at the plate. A great relay from center field will result in Diddy Kong getting thrown out at home, and we remain scoreless as we head into the top of the 4th inning. Quite the change of pace, as in the first game we had, it was a home run shutout, and now let's talk about that. It's a home run! A solo shot for Wario, as now the Knights will score their first run of the season on a Wario solo shot to center field. I was going to say that this is a change of pace from the offensive shootout that we saw with the Monarchs and Flowers. But as soon as I said that, Wario takes the lead 1-0. Now slap hit up the middle, and it's going to be got up the middle. I don't think they're going to call it an error. And Shy Guy was already on first. And now that's going to get down for a base hit, as Shy Guy won't advance, so that will mean a runner is on second and first. And that's going to be another short hit up the middle. And that will load the bases. This is the type of turnaround that the Nate Knights needed from week 1. And now a slap hit, and it's caught by Monty Mole, and the double play will get them out of the jam. So despite the solo home run and then loading the bases, the solo home run is the only source of offense for the Nate Knights, as the Knights will take the lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And now that is a long fly ball to deep right field, and that ball is gone. King Boo will answer as he hits a solo shot of his own. Out of right over the right field fence and into the ocean. That ball is gone, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. And now the Nate Knights are going to substitute a pitcher. Wario will be the new pitcher, and he will face Fire Bro. And Fire Bro is going to hit a fly ball toward right center, and it's going to get through, but he's not going to be able to get anything more than a single. And now Mark is going to get a hit of his own. This time it's caught by Green Paratroopa. A great job by him in center field to make sure that that didn't go by. Surely that would have meant runners at the corners instead. It's just runner at first, and Green Toad is not able to pull it in. So that means the inning will continue. That will bring up Boo with 2 runners on. And that one will get through. But a quick relay will mean no one will score. So now bases loaded for Monty Mole. He's been a fielding standout so far in this game. Can he be the offensive standout? I was going to let that star pitch go. Wario will star pitch again. They're going to call an infield fly, and that will be the second out. So same situation that the Nate Knights were in is now bases loaded for Diddy Kong. And now he's going to star hit, and that's going to cause the ball to curve. And 1 run is in. And the Mark Wilds will take the lead off of the star hit. But I will say a great job by the Nate Knights to get the ball back in quick to not allow anyone else to score. That will bring up Baby DK. And now he's going to hit it to deep left field, and that ball is gone! A Baby DK grand slam! An unbelievable play. A line drive over the left field fence will blow this game open, as the Wilds now lead 6-1. And now DK is going to hit a long fly ball of his own. Instead, it's caught, and that will end the inning. Unbelievable inning for the DK Wilds. I was expecting maybe a slap hit or just a short hop for Baby DK. Instead, it's a grand slam. Now Nate is going to slap hit. Caught by Mark. 1 out to second, and the double play.
Oh, yeah.
It's now with 2 outs. That will bring up Luigi in the top of the 5th. And now a diving play. The diving play by Mark at shortstop will end the half inning. And the Mark Wilds will go back up to bat. Wario will star pitch as King Boo, who started it off, will swing and miss. King Boo was the one who started it all with a solo shot. This time he's going to hit it towards center field. It's going to get past the center fielder. He's going to try for second, and he's going to get in there safe. So a double for King Boo. So now it comes down to Fire Bro. We'll let that one go by. And that's going to be a long fly ball. But it's going to be caught by the center fielder, and that will keep the runner at second. So now the Nate Knights are going to do another pitching change, and they're going to bring in Luigi to relieve for Wario. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle from Mark, and that will advance the runner. To third, nothing doing. Dixie Kong will charge. It's going to be grabbed by Toad. To second for 1 and to first for 2. The double play will get the Knights out of the inning. And now we'll head to the top of the 6th where the Nate Knights really need something going here. A slap hit will get it started from Wario. We'll make it onto first base. Another slap hit to the exact same place from Green Noki. I mean, runners on first and second for Green Shy Guy. It's going to be caught to second and a double play. Monty Mole continues his defensive standout as he makes another grab and double play, and that will mean 2 outs for Green Toad and a runner on first. And the hit, and now that's going to be an error. Dixie Kong in left field with the error will mean that the inning will continue. And now Green Magic Koopa with a base hit will make the bases loaded. Boo gets tired, but they're not going to take him out quite yet. As now Green Koopa's going to hit it up the middle for a base hit. The item will take out Diddy Kong, and that will bring in 2 runs. And that is what the Knights needed. A great hit up the middle, and then a great item will result in 2 runs scoring, and Green Koopa will get the RBIs. As now it's Green Paratroopa, who can maybe follow in their Troopa's example. As now the Mark Wilds are going to change pitchers, and it's going to be Donkey Kong. Green Paratroopa's going to charge, but it's Baby DK. Baby DK with the grab to end the half inning. So your score now 6-3, as we do have a close game, and this is the last half inning for the Wilds to either extend their lead, or it's for the Knights to deny the Wilds. And that is not a promising start, as that's going to be a line out straight to Green Toad at second base. That will bring up Monty Mole. And that's going to be a pop out right to Green Shy Guy. So just like that, the Mark Wilds down 2 outs already here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and the miss off the star pitch. And now the slap hit. Oh, and it's going to be bobbled. I thought Shy Guy might have had it. Instead, it's a bobble. And now that brings up Baby DK. He'll swing and miss. That'll make the count 1-1. And now he'll slap hit. And Shy Guy's going to miss on the jump. So runners at first and second for Donkey Kong. Kong will charge, but he'll let that one go. This time he'll swing. That's going to be a drive to deep right field. The outfielders have chemistry, but it's going to be called a home run. I think the computer thought that it was still in. Instead, it's a 3-run shot for Donkey Kong, just barely out. As you can see, maybe it hit the second step on that flight of stairs, and the Wilds will extend their lead 9-3. And that King Boo is going to continue with a very long single. That's going to be a very long foul ball. As you can see Fire Bro wants to follow in Donkey Kong's example. And the slap hit will end the inning. As we said, the 3-run home run extends the lead 9-3 as we head into the top of the 7th and the last chance for the Nate Knights. And as I said about him, Nate will lead off the inning. And we'll see if they can get any sort of a rally going. As a slap hit, it's going to get over Monty Mole's head. So Nate will get on with a single.
Oh, yeah.
Now Donkey Kong is going to star pitch. And it's going to be a bunt. Throwing to second. He's got one. And they've got two. The double play. Luigi tried to go through the Donkey Kong star hit. It didn't work. And now it comes down to Wario with 2 outs. And he's going to get a hold of this one. This one's going to go into the gap. But he's not going to be able to advance to second. And it's going to stay as a very long single. And now that brings up Green Noki. And now Green Noki is going to have a long shot of her own. And Wario will move to third, and now we've got runners at the corners. Runners at the corners for Green Shy Guy, still only 2 outs. And now the slap hit is going to continue the inning, and Wario will score. And the Knights are going down with a fight as Wario will score. And now that brings up Green Toad. And now the star pitch. Does Toad swing? He does swing, but it's going to go through. But it's caught by Diddy Kong, and that is the game. As the Mark Wilds, with a great game, and the big point of it, that big 6-run inning with a Baby DK grand slam is what propelled them to this win. But I do not think that it is all doom and gloom for the Knights. Unfortunately, the Knights do fall to 0-2, but I do not think it is doom and gloom because they showed some sparks of life. And we'll see who has the MVP, and of course, it is Baby DK with the MVP for his grand slam. A great performance by him. As we'll take a look here at the stats quick. Yeah, and you can see that it was a great job, a great effort from the Knights, but they were just not able to overcome the deficit once Baby DK hit his grand slam and when DK hit his 3-run shot as well. But that is going to do it for this game, as the Mark Wilds take down the Nate Knights 9-4. And surely this will bring into some conversation as to what the 0-2 teams may do to maybe improve their team, improve their odds, and also a question to see if the 2-0 teams can continue this momentum. And I see the GM for the Angel Monarchs welcoming Nate to the 0-2 club. But do not fret, as more than likely in this game, everything and anything can happen at the same time. But that is going to wrap us up for this game. We have one more game on our schedule, and it might be not only one of the most important matches of today, but it is also one of the most important matches of the entire season. We've got the Snookie Fireballs taking on the Gamehawk Monsters. You do not want to miss this game. We're going to head to a break, and we will return with more MBCL action. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to our third and final game of round 2. We have the Snookie Fireballs taking on the Gamehawk Monsters. And this is another intriguing matchup because the Fireballs notably shut out the Mate Knights in round 1. And now they're going to take on the Gamehawk Monsters, who lost against the Rachel Flowers. And they are looking for a comeback, as already the Fireballs in scoring position with runners on the corners. And Mario has a chance to bring them home. I would like to welcome everyone who is coming into the live stream. I hope you guys are going to enjoy more of the MBCL action, as Mario is going to launch one for deep right field. Bowser Jr. is going to knock it, and it's going to call fair, and the ball is going to roll to the left side. 1 run will score. Waluigi's on his way home, and he's going to score. What a wacky, wacky play, as the item will cause the error. And Bowser Jr. tried to toss it to Bowser, but Bowser wasn't able to grab it, so it came down to Hammer Bro, who had to throw it in, but it was already too late, as Mario will get double on an error, and already the Fireballs are leading 2-0. And now it's going to be a slap hit, but it's going to be caught by Bowser Jr. And now Mario is going to advance to third off of the item. So now with only 1 out, Snookie is up to try and get Mario in. That one's going to be called a strike. That's going to be a slap hit. It's going to be caught by Green Critter, and the out at first, and that'll keep the runner at third. And now it comes down to Red Critter, who he'll slap hit himself, but it's caught by Bowser Jr., and that will get the Monsters out of the inning. So the Fireballs starting off hot, no pun intended. They are starting out hot with 2 runs immediately, and that'll make it up 2-0 as the Monsters will try to answer back. And what a diving grab by Petey Piranha. I was about to say that's a base hit, but what a diving grab by Petey Piranha at shortstop. And that'll bring up Hammer Bro. And now that's going to be a hit, a long line drive, but it's foul. And now that's going to be a hit to deep left center field. They have chemistry. They're going to jump, and Mario's got it. Mario will rob Hammer Bro of another home run. And that's going to be the second out and no scoring. That looked like it was going to be a for sure home run, but Mario and Snookie said no. And now Bowser Jr. gets hit. Magic Koopa will hit Bowser Jr., and that will bring up Bowser. And now it's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be the final out. Bowser can't do anything with the opportunity. No scoring from the Monsters, as now the score remains 2-0 as we head into the top of the second. And a great play there to get the first out, but Magic Koopa is tired. The Monsters aren't going to take him out quite yet, though. As Petey Piranha's charging, it looks like he's ready to try and just hit this out of the park. Now he's going to swing. That's a ball to deep right center field. They have chemistry. Bowser will jump, and he's got it. And another home run robbed, as this time it's Bowser who will get the grab. More shocking still, the fact that Bowser Jr. can throw his dad up that high, but all the same, as it will result in an out. And now Magic Koopa will hit it over the head of the third baseman, and that's down for a base hit. It will result in only a single. Now Tiny Kong will charge. She's going to let that one go. Now a star pitch, a swing, and it is down for a base hit. And yes, I could not have said it better myself. The GM of the Monarchs is in the chat and says that there's a lot of chemistry in this game. Agreed, there is. And now the Monsters are going to choose to change their pitcher, and they're going to bring in Bowser and move Magic Koopa to center field. We'll see how well this works. Bowser's going to star pitch. Waluigi's going to swing and miss. And now it's going to be a slap hit to left field, but it's caught by Hammer Bro. And the Monsters are able to get out of the inning without giving up any runs. So we head to the bottom of the second, and the score is still 2-0. 1-1 count for Yellow Magic Koopa. He's going to slap hit, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle. And that's going to result in a single. It's going to be a diving play by Petey Piranha, who will get the double play. Petey Piranha making his case for Defensive Player of the Year. A diving grab, steps on second. And that's another diving play. And he's out. I think already he's out there saying, just give me the award already. Just give it to me. I'm out here making the plays. As Petey Piranha single-handedly will get the fireballs out of the inning. It seems that already Petey Piranha's trying to lock up Defensive Player of the Year. Mario's going to send one out to deep center field. Here it comes, and it's caught for the out. Caught right at the warning track, and that will bring up Red Pianta. And Red Pianta will hit it back up the middle, but caught by Yellow Magic Koopa, so it will only be a single. Now Snookie is going to hit one up the middle. Now it's a diving play by Brown Critter, and he's going to get the double play. He saw Petey Piranha do it, and he said, let me try. And he did it himself. So another scoreless half inning will bring up the Monsters. Ground ball to Petey Piranha, and that's going to be the first out. And I wouldn't say that the Monsters are in a desperate situation, but they're getting close. As the later the game goes, the harder it's going to be to get runs scored. It's going to be 2 balls. Now it's a 2-0 count. And now Dark Bones is going to launch one to deep center field. There's no one there. That ball is out of here. A solo shot for Dark Bones will put the Monsters on the board. So far, one of the longest home runs we've seen off of the statue of Wario in center field. And that will make the score 2-1 as the monsters finally come alive. And now Green Critter looking to answer, and it's going to be over Mario's head. Back-to-back solo home runs. As Green Critter will absolutely send that ball on a line drive straight out of center field, and that will tie the game 2-2. What a turnaround for the Monsters. He's going to swing at that one and miss, and the count is 0-2. And now Hammer Bro is going to send that to deep left center field. There is chemistry, and Snookie's got it. It was almost 3 straight solo home runs, but Snookie and Mario said no. With a great buddy jump to rob a home run. That's the 3rd home run robbed today in this game alone. And that will bring up Bowser Jr. And now he's gonna get, wow, I was gonna say he's gonna get it over Petey Piranha. Petey Piranha said you spoke too soon, and he grabs the final out. So now we have a tie ball game here as it's 2-2 into the top of the 4th. And that's a swing and a miss from Red Critter. And now Red Critter's gonna hit it up the middle, and it's gonna be down for a base hit. And that will bring up the dangerous King K. Rool, one of the best power hitters in this game. And he's gonna probably show it right here. Oh, but it's a short pop-up. And it won't result in anything instead of the first out. And that will bring up Petey Piranha. And Petey Piranha's gonna send one to deep center field. And he's not gonna get there in time. And Petey Piranha has hit a 2-run shot. The deep center field. They were close, and Yellow Magic Koopa just barely missed it. And instead, it is a 4-2 Fireballs lead. And Magic Koopa will hit it up the middle for a single. And with only 1 out, this inning is by far not done yet. That's going to be a short hop into left field, and that will advance the runners. And we'll put the runners at second and first for Waluigi. He's going to swing and hit it toward the same place, and it's going to get down for a base hit again. So now the bases are loaded for Mario. Mario already having a good game. Let's see if he wants to make it even better. He'll slap hit it. Instead, it's not going to be anything instead of a double play. As Green Critter will dive. He'll dive, catch the ball, and get the double play at first. That will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the 4th. But the Fireballs do take the lead with a 2-run shot from Petey Piranha. So now it comes down to the Monsters again to respond. As now Bowser is going to send one to deep left field. Oh, the chemistry is not there, and it's gone! Bowser with a solo shot of his own to deep left field. You saw that Snookie and Mario were getting ready, but the Wario City Hazard knocked down Mario, so he couldn't get there in time, and we got a 4-3 ball game. And the Fireballs are going to choose to replace their pitcher, and they're going to bring in their captain of Mario. And now it's Yellow Magic Koopa who hit a ground ball right to Tiny Kong, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up... Oh, that's caught by Petey Piranha. I was going to say it brings up the affectionately dubbed Lemonhead. that is a nickname given by Nate. This Dry Bones is going to try his best, but he's just going to fly out to center field. And now that will end the 4th inning, as the solo shot will bring the Monsters closer, and we head to the top of the 5th. And the score is 4-3, and maybe the Fireballs try to extend their lead here. And now the bobble, and it's a fair catch, or sorry, not a fair catch, it is a fair ball. It was a bobble off of the dive. Now it brings up Snookie. He's gonna charge up, and it's gonna be caught, but safe back at first. Red Pianta barely gets back. So now we remain with 1 out, and still a runner on first. Here's the pitch, and now it's going to be a pop-up, and that's going to get right in the gap. And the runners won't advance, though. They'll stay at second and first. And that will bring up King K. Rool. And the changeup, and King K. Rool won't bite. He will swing at that, and that's going to get past the first baseman into the gap. Bowser Jr. grabs it, and Red Pianta, though, will score. So the Fireballs will extend their lead. Make it 5-3 off of a King K. Rool single. And that brings up Petey Piranha, who has already had a fantastic game today. They try to continue it, but it's not going to work, and it's a double play. As Brown Critter gets the double play, the jumping double play, he'll jump up, grab the first one, and then throw King K. Rool out at first. So the Fireballs will extend their lead and make it 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th, as the Bowser Monsters are going to look and try to respond. Brown Critter's going to get it started with a very fast line drive up the middle for a single. Pick off the runner, not going to work. It's now Dark Bones, who already has a home run in this game. Maybe looking to get another one. Because now it's a 2-0 count. Fly ball, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And that will advance the runner and put a runner on second and first. Now Green Critter, he's going to get a hold of this one to deep right center field. There's no chemistry, and that ball is gone. The go-ahead home run, a 3-run shot from Green Critter. There's no chemistry because Mario got replaced to pitch, and that will mean the Monsters lead 6-5. And what a job by Hammer Bro. He somehow hit the star pitch. And now Hammer Bro, he's going to have his own to deep right field. Critter's not going to get that. Home run. The Monsters are taking full advantage, as that's another solo shot. And all of a sudden, the Monsters are leading 7-5. Now Bowser Jr. will have a hit of his own. It's going to get past the center fielder, but now he'll finally get it, and that's only a single. And that will bring up Bowser. This has been an amazing game so far. As now Bowser is going to send it to deep right field. It doesn't matter. That ball is out of here. Bowser Jr. out here looking like he's in the home run derby, as he hits one off of the batter's eye in center field, off of the portrait of Wario. And the Monsters will take over 9-5 with another 2-run shot. The Monsters have absolutely blown this game out of the water. And Tiny Kong will make the diving play and get the first out. And that'll bring up Lemonhead. He's going to slap hit. caught by Petey Piranha, who will throw it back to first, and he's got it. Another great diving play by Petey Piranha. And now the star pitch, and now Dry Bones is going to hit it to deep left field, and it's caught right at the warning track by Snookie. And that will end the inning. A 6-run 5th inning to propel the Monsters to a 9-5 lead as we head to the top of the 6th. Magic Koopa is going to get it started with a lazy fly ball that will get down for a single. Now we'll bring up Tiny Kong, the runner on first. Who's going to slap it? That's caught by Brown Critter. Back to first. Double play. Brown Critter with a diving catch and then the out back at first. A great play by the standout shortstop. Waluigi will charge, but it's not going to work as it's a ground ball to Brown Critter, and that's the 3rd and final out of the inning. Or sorry, of the half inning. So the Fireballs can't respond. So now the the Monsters will enter the bottom of the 6th. And this is their last chance to get any more runs as Brown Critter won all the way back, and it's caught at the wall. A great catch by Magic Koopa. As now it's Dark Bones who is up to bat. He's going to send it to center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. But he's not going to be able to move past first. Because now the Fireballs are going to change out Mario. And Waluigi is the new pitcher. And now Critter's going to hit it. That's 1 out to second, and that's 2 at first. So the Fireballs are going to get out of this inning quick as we head to the top of the 7th. Monsters lead by 4. As the Fireballs enter into the top of the 7th, they need 4 runs to tie it, 5 to take the lead. Mario is going to get it started with a long line drive that'll go all the way back to the wall, but it won't result in anything more than a single. But it will bring up Red Pianta. Bowser's going to choose the star pitch, and it's an early swing. And I'm looking at the chat. I don't know. It's a very close game, as that time it's going to be caught. And Mario is forced back to first. And that will bring up Snookie. He was very clutch against the Knights. Can he come up clutch against here? And now it's caught by Brown Critter, and the double play will end the game. What a play by another standout shortstop. Brown Critter with a diving catch thrown back to first. And the Monsters will win their first game of the season in an electric 9-5 finish. What an unbelievable game and a comeback from the Monsters. And we'll look and see who they give the MVP to, and it's going to be Critter, who gave the Monsters the go-ahead home run as the Monsters win 9-5. And yes, that is correct. GM of the Monarchs, the Monsters do not join the 0-2 club. The Monsters will improve to 1-1, and the Fireballs will fall to 1-1. As now the games have gotten very interesting. We have 2 teams that are 2-0, 2 teams that are 1-1, and 2 teams that are 0-2. Week 3 is going to be a great week to see if the top teams can continue their momentum, or will the bottom teams find momentum of their own and take over. You can see, looking at the stats here, you can see it was a good effort from the Fireballs, but you can just take a look at the Monsters at their batting, and you can just see it was just an all-out offensive performance by the Monsters that propelled them to the win. that is going to do it all here for this live stream of round 2 of the MBCL season. I appreciate everyone who came in, who's in the chat, and who is watching from all around the U.S. and possibly the world, maybe in the future, who knows. But I appreciate everyone who came in. I hope everyone has a great night. And this has been the Mario Baseball Casual League, and I hope that everyone will drive home safe and get home safe.